So those are nice sizes.
Certainly. Money always welcome here.
Okay. Here's the banker. I'm throwing a couple of bigger pieces on now because they will be in there long enough to burn up, but particularly once the fire is going and you're adding extra wood, you want it fairly small.
So really, if you've only done one course, has it been used that much by the public?
Not as much as we would like.
No.
No. We, first, you know, it's a series of reasons, but we're now going to be telling people that if they want to hold an event and they don't have someone who can run the oven, they can hire someone from Mera to run the oven for them.
Oh, and how much is that?
Well, that's going to be negotiated with the, it's going to be, use the oven is free, and then they'll just pay the cook, whatever they charge, you know.
Oh, okay.
So.
And what do you charge as a cook?
It's negotiable.
That's right. This is on permanent. You don't want, you know,
Make me
5
laugh.
years from now the price could change.
That's right.
Well, the cook would probably want to bring his own wood,
Yeah.
because they'd be particular about what they're using to burn.
That's true.
I don't know.
Nicely done.
But you did want me to advertise chefs.
Roses are great.
Pardon?
You wanted me to advertise them.
No, when I
What was
think,
it you were saying?
well, remember we were talking about just making, when we put a social notice out, or a community notice out, that in fact, we have been saying that you have to have a trained person. But I think what we're going to try and do is find out if we can get a little body of people who in fact will be allow themselves to be hired out.
I think I want to book every Friday night after Sean's done his baking his bread. Oven will be nice and warm, and
You know, that's not a bad idea.
show up. And
Good thinking.
Hillary, put me down for the next 10 Fridays, okay?
Wait a minute. He already said.
He only suggested, he didn't book it.
Okay, so, now you're all going on for Friday night. What are you going to charge?
Oh my goodness.
You mean to hire somebody to do it? Well, we have to get someone. We mostly recommend Sean first, you know,
Okay.
and
So we'll talk to him at the market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be the one.
Because it'd be nice to have somebody do it
Yeah,
that's done it and have it
Oh, yeah.
successful.
Oh, yeah.
And observe,
for sure.
yeah,
like the whole thing. Especially if you're doing it as a family event the first time.
yeah. You don't may want to.
He knows his wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's definitely.
And he does great pizzas.
Yeah.
But I've had, over the winter, I had many conversations with him about this oven and wood, and he was thinking about the season to come and planning his wood.
Okay, so I've
and-
moved the fire back now to about the middle.
Oh, so it's now the
Yeah.
time to pop the vegetables in.
So how long has it been?
It's probably been about 45 minutes, 40 minutes. 35
It's quarter
minutes.
after.
But, yeah. Not very scientific.
That's good. Makes it a little more accessible, you know.
well, I think the reason that most people do pizza is because it is fairly foolproof. Like
Exactly.
it's probably one of the easiest things to
Exactly.
do. Not everybody's baking bread, and
No.
The other thing we learned as parents is that it was one of the ways that we could get kids to eat vegetables that they would never eat by themselves. You know, they'd eat onions and tomatoes and.
This is really a great idea for
Just disguise them.
the
Just
teenagers.
disguise them.
Well, they'd be covered with cheese, and they ate pizza anyway, and so we could determine what they were eating at home. So, and it's not. I mean, if you you don't eat it all the time, it's not a bad food. You know.
No. It could be a very good.
No.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Depends what you put on it, right?
Yeah, that's absolutely right.
It's got to be better than the stuff you buy at Pizza Hut or somewhere.
generally though, that's a learned behavior. Picky eaters come from picky parents.
It's it's true.
Although,
Now, would you be
I
a
had
picky
nephew
parent?
He was from day day one, and his parents are not picky at all. But he had his limited foods, and that was all.
Well,
his
kids,
food.
they say have very, very sensitive taste buds, and so strong flavors and whatever can affect them.
Yeah, see, we lived in community, and my cousin was like sour foods, and I think it was probably Davis's defense against Gail sour foods that he had his Cheerios, maple syrup, and milk, spaghetti with.
So I saw a cook,
So she couldn't touch it.
saw a cooking show one time where the chef was describing our tongue and where all our taste buds are located, and that he went back in time to when we were like cavemen, and the position of different sensations on your tongue was partly due to how we determined what was good to eat, what was not good to eat. And the sour taste buds are almost at the very back of the tongue before it goes down to the throat. And what often evokes is a gag reflex, and it was generally presumed to be that of anything that is poisonous often has a sour taste.
Oh, wow.
Whereas your sweet taste buds are closer to the front of your tongue, and through time, if you study, that a lot of foods that people are and so forth. So it's kind of interesting how we
Very good.
yeah, and then of course he's used some of that in how he cooks, because he tries to, of course, do a balance such that he provides you with a real good taste sensation.
Well, these old cultures, that's one of the things they try to do is to hit as many taste buds as possible, so that, Asian foods, which have been around for 2,500 years, or Afghanian food or Egyptian food or whatever, like it's multiple tastes because they want to get everything in your mouth going,
Exactly. And give you a real sensation.
Yeah.
But here is someone who's a chef, but he's got quite a scientific approach to it all.
Yeah.